Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we caught ourselves some new team members in the forms of Mirror Bee and Appa, and helped out Wally, a green-haired boy with some unspecified illness, catch himself his first Pokemon. This time, we're going to be taking our dad's advice and heading out to the next city to get our next gym badge, but first I want to go into Wally's house. You must be Winter, right? Thank you for playing with Wally a little while ago. He's been frail and sickly ever since he was a baby. We've sent him to stay with my relatives in Turf Town for a while. The air's a lot cleaner there than it is here. What's that? Where's Wally? He's already left our Wally. I wonder where he could have gone by now. Probably Turf Town. Wally was really happy when he told us that he caught a Pokemon. It's been ages since I've seen him smile like that. What a poor kid. Okay. Now let's go. No more interruptions. God damn it. Excuse me. Let me guess. From the way you're dressed, are you a Pokemon trainer? Well, maybe not. Your clothes aren't all that dirty. You're either a rookie trainer or maybe you're just an ordinary kid. I'm roaming the land in search of talented trainers. I'm sorry to have taken your time. Because clearly you're not talented and will never amount to anything. Man, what a jerk. Can't believe he'd say that. Route 104! Yet another Pokemon I want for my team can appear on this route. And guess what? It's the first Pokemon I'm going to go over in a bio, but I want to encounter it first so I can actually be fighting it while I'm giving the bio. So I'll cut to when I actually find it because I also want to train up Mirror Bee more. Ugh, what a situation I am in. Finally, okay. Tailo! Tailo is the generic normal flying type Pokemon of this generation and region. So you may be thinking, well, why would I want to use it on a team? I'm already using the generic Route 1 normal type. Tailo is a very fast Pokemon with a surprisingly high attack stat. This isn't the peak of Route 1 flying type Pokemon, but it's definitely not the lowest point they've ever been at either. That would unfortunately probably have to go to Hoot Hoot. I really love Tailo in terms of design. I think its sprite in this game in particular is really funny. Like, he looks like he's screeching at something. Wah! Like that. And I love him. I think he is a very cute Pokemon, and I'm excited to use him. I also really love Guts as an ability, and I feel like that's going to come in handy given how many Pokemon can actually give status effects in this game. So, yeah. Tiny Swallow Pokemon. Although it is small, it is very courageous. It will take on a larger Skarmory on an equal footing. However, its will weakens if it becomes hungry. Okay. I am going to name Tailo Jet because it's fast and, I mean, yeah, so... Okay, here's the rest of the bios, 2 minutes 30 seconds. So, starting off on Route 104, besides that Tailo we just caught and talked about, we have Azurill. You can't actually catch Azurill here, but you can catch his evolved form Marill, and you can't really catch Azurill anywhere in the game, so I'm just going to talk about it here. As you can see, it has a very weird gender ratio, and there's a fun fact related to that I'll talk about once I go into Marill. However, Azurill is garbage. It's a normal type with extremely low stats, and honestly, that's to be expected from a baby Pokemon. It evolves through Friendship, which, I hate early game Friendship evolutions, but it doesn't take that long to get it up to what it needs to be to evolve into Marill. Hey, this is Future Winter, who just realized I never actually talked about Marill and the fun fact regarding its gender at all in this bio, so... Marill has a 1 in 3 chance of changing genders upon evolution due to its differing gender ratio from Azurill, which I think is funny, so I'm talking about it here. Marill may look bad with the stats it has there. However, that 20 and 20 in attack and special attack is actually doubled by its ability Huge Power, which I still think is a stupid ability. Why didn't you just give it, 40 in attack and special attack and then give it an actual ability? Whatever. It's not awful, believe it or not. It can deal a lot of damage. It learns a move called Belly Drum, which just maxes out its attack at the cost of lowering half its HP, and it has a decent HP stat too with 70, so yeah. It really becomes good later, though, once it evolves into a Azumarill. That's a weird way to pronounce Azumarill, but whatever. Azumarill has 50 in its attack stat and 60 in its special attack stat. If it has huge power, once again, its attack stat is doubled, making that 100 in attack. Still gets the belly drum. Water is a special type in this game, so water, it won't be getting stab off of that attack stat. However, in later generations, specifically in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire if you want to use this, it can use belly drum and then a move called Aqua Jet, and it can one-shot pretty much anything if it's neutrally effective unless it has a high defense stat. Azumarill's evil, and I love it. So yeah, I really think it's funny that Azurill can change genders upon evolution. I feel like that's really funny. Just because of some stupid oversight. And believe it or not, future generations, even when it became impossible for it to change gender, never changed the gender ratio. They just specifically made it so it can't change gender when it evolves. Why did they do that? I don't know, it probably messed with breeding or something, but I still feel like that's funny. I don't know why. I don't know why or how they could make a mistake like that, but they sure managed to do it, and it's impressive. Seaside Cottage is where Mr. Briny lives. He was once a mighty sailor who never feared the sea, however stormy. Now he fears the sea because, his wife got sick while he was away at sea, and then he blamed himself when she eventually died. But she gave an old bartender a letter that he hid under the counter, but he never actually gave to the guy who she intended the letter be given to, even though it was her last wish. It was really unfortunate because honestly he just kind of failed to fulfill her last wish and waited for some Italian guy to do it for him. Okay, now that I'm done referencing games I haven't even played through, who do I want to switch to for this? This is a rich lady. They give out a lot of prize money, but they also use super expensive healing items that we can't buy yet on their Pokemon. I believe this one uses a full restore, which just fully heals and gets rid of any status conditions. Fortunately, Jet went down there because it didn't get the critical hit from Focus Energy that I was hoping for. I think I'm probably going to rely on Focus Energy a bit with Talo early on, just until we get a better flying type move on him. Or her, excuse me, Jet is a girl, because I guess Jet is an androgynous name to me. I don't really care, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, we're about to head into, now that I'm done speeding up, Petalburg Woods. We have 6 minutes of new bios here. Oh my god, there are so many Pokemon early game, I'm so sorry. Shroomish will meet its full potential later in this series. Okay, so, Effect Spore for an ability has a 30% chance of inflicting poison, sleep, or paralysis on anyone who makes contact physically. That means using moves like Tackle or Takedown. That's not terrible. It's actually pretty helpful for capturing some Pokemon if they have moves that make physical contact and you manage to get sleep or paralysis instead of poison. However, that's all it really does. It gets moves that completely counteract its ability, like Stun Spore, Sleep Powder, and Poison Powder, and even then, it's just not that good. It's too slow to really get those conditions off using moves. Its defenses are its highest stats, but they're still mediocre. I don't know, there's really not much to say about Shroomish except it's not that good. Breloom, however, is a different story. Breloom still has Effect Spore for an ability and will get a better ability in the future. However, Breloom has 130 in its attack stat. That is a ton of attacking power, especially for fighting type moves, which it gets a lot of. Okay, no it really doesn't, but it gets Mach Punch and Brick Break, which are both incredible moves. It only has 60 in special attack, meaning it won't get much out of that grass typing, and it does have a 4 times weakness to flying types, of which there are a surprising amount in the Hoenn region. But, yeah, I mean, Breloom is pretty good for a grass type, and significantly better as a fighting type. If you're looking for a fighting type on your team, go with Breloom, please. Or don't, it's up to you. It does get Mega Drain and Giga Drain, which obviously can just restore its HP. It may have a low special attack stat, but it also has a low HP stat, which you're going to want to be able to heal up. Silcoon sucks. Its only stat over 50 is its defense, and the only move it learns through level up is Harden, which raises its defense stat. Gets the same moves as Wurmple before evolving, but if you catch a Cascoon on its own, the only move it will know is, again, Harden. It's just not good. Beautifly. It's pretty good early game, actually, and you can use it through the entire game. It's just going to underperform compared to maybe some Pokemon you can catch later on. It only has a 45 out of 255 catch rate, which is weird to me. It has a 90 in its special attack stat, which is kind of unfortunate because Bug and Flying are both physical types in this game. But, I mean, it does get Mega Drain and Giga Drain through TMs, so it has that going for it. Cascoon is identical to Silcoon in every way other than design. Dustox is somehow better than Beautifly in this generation. I don't know how they managed to make a defensive-based bug poison type better than what is essentially just Butterfree, but they did it! I mean, that's all I really have to say about Dustox. It can't do a lot, it can just defend itself decently towards the beginning of the game. It learns Confusion, which could help out with the first gym if your Torchic has not already evolved, but I'm not a huge fan of Dustox just because why would there be a defensive bug type? I don't get it. As far as things go in terms of early game normal types, Slackoth may look pretty good with an HP, attack, and defense stat of 60, and I mean nothing under 30 for a pre-evolved Pokemon that evolves at level 18. However, look at its ability. It can move only once every 2 turns. That ability is terrible, but it doesn't keep that ability for life, and as soon as you get it to level 18, it'll be a very good normal type that can get a lot of very powerful attacks off very quickly. Vigoroth has a better ability. It has 80 in its attack, defense, and HP stats, 90 in speed, and 55 in special attack and special defense. It can get off some very strong normal type attacks, and I believe it learns moves like Uproar and Facade, which are good normal type moves, to say the least. It can also learn most fighting type TMs that you'll be able to find throughout the game, and I mean, yeah, Vigoroth isn't bad in any way, and I can only imagine how great Slacking will be based on these stats. Oh god damn it, are you kidding me? Okay, so we're back to Truant for an ability, however, look at those stats! 150 in HP, 160 in attack, 100 in speed! This thing is a monster! And in double battles, you can use moves or abilities that get that ability off of it, making it so it can just attack every single turn. That's actually a very evil strategy that's used by the final boss of Pokemon Colosseum. More on that when I actually let's play that game. This thing is a monster. It evolves into Slacking, Vigoroth, at the same level as a starter evolves into its final evolution. So, yeah, I mean, it's better than starters, and you get it at the same point as you get your final starter evolution. What more do I have to say? It even has a 95 in special attack. It can learn Surf and just use that to get rid of any fire or ground type opposition. So yeah, I just went ahead while I was doing this BIOS to train up some Pokemon just so I can have them all around level 9. Torchic obviously got to level 11. I generally try to keep my Pokemon relatively even in levels. I get my starter up 2 levels ahead of the rest, get them all 2 levels under, then train them all up to be equal to the starter, and repeat that cycle. I don't know if I'm going to be, like, fully applying that cycle throughout this LP, just because I kind of like the look of teams that have, like, sort of uneven levels. Like, not, like, so uneven that it's, like, embarrassing, but, you know, like, if someone has a team that's in the range of, like, say, 48 to 56, I think that looks good for some reason, which a lot of people don't. Not a one to be found. Hello, have you seen any Pokemon called Shroomish around here? I really love that Pokemon. I was going to ambush you, but you had to dawdle into Petalburg Woods forever, didn't you? I got sick of waiting, so here I am. You, Devon Researcher, hand over those papers. You're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? You've got to help me, please. Huh? What do you think you're doing? What, you're gonna protect him? No one who crosses Team Aqua gets any mercy, not even a kid. Come on and battle me. Ooh, fancy intro animation. That must mean this is the evil team of the game, right? Kind of. Here we go, Team Aqua Grunt. He has a level 9 Poochyena. I actually remember struggling with this boss when I first played Ruby. Although in Ruby this will actually be a Team Magma Grunt, which, I mean, that's just that game's exclusive team. It's the same in every game. It's just the same Grunt with the same Pokemon with the same dialogue, but replace Aqua with Magma. You know, that deal. Jet actually learned Quick Attack at level 9, which is a move that always goes first, which is what we in the industry call a priority move. Grr, you've got some nerve meddling with Team Aqua. Come on and battle me again. I wish I could say that, but I'm out of Pokemon. And hey, we at Team Aqua are also after something to Rustboro. I'll let you go today. Whew, that was awfully close. Thanks to you, he didn't rob me of those important papers. I know, I'll give you a Great Ball as my thanks. Didn't that Team Aqua thug say they were after something in Rustboro too? Uh-oh, it's a crisis! I can't be wasting time! It sure is a crisis because I don't know what's going on and it's annoying. Yo there, your Pokemon doing okay? If your Pokemon are weak and you want to avoid battles, you should stay out of tall grass in this area where you have to go through tall grass in order to get out of the area. What do we got? Just another Wurmple. Okay. I'm probably going to be cutting out some wild encounters just so it's not, like, super repetitive, but you never know. I'm going to take this X attack. Actually, what is this one holding? Repel. Yeah, it's nice to have some Zigzagoon in the party early game just because they can get you items that do hold up for a tiny bit. Appa actually learned Headbutt, which is just a better tackle. Like, it's 100% accurate and has more power. So, there's no reason to use Tackle over it. This guy's using a lot of Nincada, which is kind of annoying because they have pretty high defense for... or defense. I hate how I pronounced that initially for a bug type, but nothing too bad. I'm sorry for speeding up so much. I'll try to stop, but these games, they go at an unbearably slow pace, in my opinion. I know some people disagree, but God, it's so awful. Not the game, just the speed. I like filling my mouth with seeds, then spitting them out fast. You can have this, so you try it out. Use it on a Pokemon and it will learn a move for firing seed rapidly. Obtain the TM09. This is Bullet Seed. It is a grass-type move with 10 power that has a chance of hitting anywhere from 2 to 5 times. So essentially a 20 to 50 power grass-type move. It's pretty good early game, actually, and I actually did use it on Mirror B up until pretty much the end of the game in my practice run, but I wouldn't go out of my way to teach it to anything past, like, the second gym. I probably will end up teaching it to Mirror B, actually, so let's just do that now. The TM&HM's Pocket Bullet Seed. Okay. Let's teach it to Mirror B. Didn't need to replace anything since he only had 3 moves. Got ourselves a potion here. None of those other spots have hidden items in them, so it's just those 2. Go Headbutt, Headbutt, done. Okay, heading over here. Okay, she wants to fight. I'm okay with that. She has a Lotad. How'd you get through the woods if you only had a Lotad? Oh, you have a Shroomish too. Okay, how'd you get through the woods if you only have a Lotad and a Shroomish at level 6? Okay, that Effect Spore is actually coming in and affecting me in a way I don't like. We do have a Pecha Berry. We also have an antidote that we got through pickup, but I'm gonna use the Pecha Berry because natural is always better unless it's with vaccinations, in which case vaccinate your children, you f***ing morons. Future me bleep out the swear. I'm really doing my best not to swear so much. It's becoming an issue, and I want my channel to be kid-friendly, and well, not kid-friendly per se, but I don't want to swear so much because it just, I don't know, it started to bother me a lot how much I say just mean words without really thinking about the context or what they actually mean. Stop speeding up me. So yeah, I'm doing my best not to swear so much. It's a work in progress. Okay, we're just gonna finish this with a quick attack. Or it's a rich boy and he has full restores.
Oh no!
I know, I'm speeding up, I don't care. Okay. Why couldn't I win? It's because you're a freaking jerk who has full restores and like the 5th route of the game, although I guess this is technically Route 104. We are twins, so we battle Pokemon together. Thanks, Mia. Is the other one Maya? Nope, Gina. Twins generally have names that are pretty close to each other, but I'm upset that it's not Maya. Actually, I'm going to switch out on both my Pokemon. This is our first example of a double battle. Essentially, it's a single battle, but with 2 Pokemon on each side, and you have to think of strategy a lot more because certain moves can hit every Pokemon on a field, and I don't know. There's a lot more thinking that goes into it. But I'm not going to worry too much about strategy right now because this is the beginning of the game. Let's go Ember on Cedar, although it is charging Bides. This could be dangerous if it... Okay, it knocked out. Never mind. Yeah, there we go. 22 experience in each Pokemon for each knockout. There we go. Why keep it a secret? I'm the water Pokemon expert. Huh? You don't know me? Yeah, and my family has always told... Well, not my family. My school told me not to talk to strangers. Which honestly ended up having negative effects later on in life. So, you know, talk to strangers when necessary. Just using... Oh, yeah, it's a Magikarp. Of course it's just using Splash. Magikarp doesn't actually learn anything that does anything until level 15 when it learns Tackle. And then at level 20-something, I think, it learns Flail, unless it only learns Flail through a move tutor. In which case... Man, that's just adding to how pathetic Magikarp already was. He's just... This guy just has a bunch of Magikarp. How does he catch Pokemon? Like, he weakens them, doesn't he? If he doesn't weaken them... God, he must run out of Pokeballs very often, and I feel bad for him. There's our first use of Bullet Seed. It's only going to hit twice because Mirabee can knock this thing out in a couple hits, but... Yeah, okay. And Magikarp again. Why did I think he would have anything different? I actually did. I expected him to have another Pokemon that wasn't Magikarp. And, he didn't deliver. He didn't have any Pokemon that weren't Magikarp. If we don't hit 3 times... Okay, we hit 3 times. I thought we were only going to hit twice so this Magikarp could actually survive and splash again, but... No. It doesn't live to splash another day. I thought I wasn't too bad, if I may say so, but I guess not. Bleh. This is too bad for Ivan. His name's Ivan. I had to. If you see berries growing in loamy soil, feel free to take them. But make sure you plant a baby... A baby? Make sure you plant a baby? Make sure you plant a berry in the same spot. That's common courtesy. Here, I'll share this with you. Chestoberry. The way you look, you must be a trainer, no? Trainers often make Pokemon hold berries. It's up to you whether to grow berries or use them. So you told me or demanded me rather, to grow berries if I take them, but also said it's up to me. I'm not going to be growing berries through this LP just because you have to babysit them more than I'm really able to do with just everything going on, but that did remind me that I forgot to get something. If you head into this shop that I completely avoided... Hello, this is the Pretty Petal Flower Shop, spreading flowers all over the world. Your name is? Winter. That's a nice name. Winter, would you like to learn about berries? Yes. Berries grow on trees that thrive only in soft, loamy soil. If you take some berries, be sure to plant one in the loamy soil again. A planted berry will soon sprout, grow into a plant, flower beautifully, then grow berries again. I want to see the whole wide world filled with beautiful flowers. That's my dream. Please help me, Winter. Plant berries and bring more flowers into the world. Alright. Hello, the more attention you give to flowers, the more beautifully they bloom. You'll like tending flowers, I'm sure of it. You can have this. She will give you the Whalmer pail. This is a watering can. You can water berries and... yeah, it's not something I'll be doing, but you can use the Whalmer pail to water berries and they will grow faster. If you neglect berries, they just start growing over again, so you're not going to lose the berries if you plant and forget about them, but there's no way to really remember where all the berries you planted were, so I won't be doing it. Here's Rustboro City. I guess I would because I'm recording this entire playthrough, but whatever. Just gonna heal right away, and I think this will probably be the end of this episode, and the end of the first session, or the second session, I guess, of this Let's Play. So, we went through the Petalburg Woods, we caught ourselves yet another... one new team member. I had to think of one we caught Mirror B, but it was in the last episode, so... caught ourselves a new team member in Jet, and, got ourselves over to Rustboro after collecting some berries and being passively aggressively demanded to plant some more. So, next time on Pokemon Emerald version, we are going to be heading into Rustboro City again, seeing what the city has around, and maybe fighting the gym if we have the time to do so. See you guys then.